welcome to another video. I'm Sophie, and in today's video we're gonna do some DIYs. So these are just little things that you can do at home, and they're really easy, and they're actually pretty cheap too. This first one is gonna be the wire art that I'm gonna show, which is really easy, and I actually love it so much that I have one hung up in my room, and it looks way more expensive than it actually was. The next one is just gonna be a basic tie-dye. And then I'm also gonna take this old graffiti that I have. I just don't find myself wearing it or grabbing it ever. It doesn't really look the most flattering on, so I'm gonna crop it, and I'm also gonna add an elastic waistband around the bottom to give it something different than just cutting it straight. So yeah, I hope you enjoy watching this video. Alright, so for the first DIY, you're just going to need a background, one that is big enough for however big you want your art to be. And if you're drawing a word, then make sure to draw a straight line so that your word can be as straight as possible. You're also going to need a pencil, some pliers, and of course the wire. Mine is 100 feet long, but if you only plan on doing one project or so, just get one that is smaller. I'm sure Amazon has some. And you're also going to need some spray paint. If you want to spray paint it black, I find the matte black one is really nice, and that's the one that I used. There's also silver, gold, chrome, other colors that you can do this project in. So I've just traced what I want to put for the wire art. I'm just putting buonanotte, which is good night in Italian, for my friend. And what you see right here is me just taking the wire and bending it the same ways that the words are placed on the piece of paper. And I also just grabbed a book to put on top of part of the word because I wanted it to stay down so I could work on the rest of it. Alright, so this is a little update. I have the wire that goes through the two T's. I also decided to make an artificial leaf out of the wire so that it can go in my room. Okay, so now comes the fun part. I'm gonna spray paint the wire that I did, and I'm just using this matte black color. I got this from Michael's not too long ago before quarantine happened. And make sure you lay out some newspaper or just papers. I actually use my school notes that I'm not gonna need anymore, so it kind of feels rewarding to be able to like spray paint my notes and just basically say bye to them. But anyways, yeah, so you're gonna do a coat on one side and then flip it over and spray paint the other side, but make sure that before spray painting the other side that you let the first side dry for a few hours. Alright, so this is what the end product looks like. I'm just gonna have to hang them up. So this next DIY that I'm gonna do is gonna be the bleach. And I'm just gonna do the typical swirl effect. This is the front and the back, just plain black. I'm gonna do the scrunch effect on the back side because the bleach always turns out way better when you do the method on the back and then pour the back, because it'll seep through to go to the front and it'll just look cooler. You're gonna see what I'm saying. So yeah, you're just gonna take your shirt. This is the back side once again. And you're just gonna take it and swirl it with your hand and do that until it gets into a ball. And then you're just gonna take some elastics. I actually used these ones in my last bleach project, so I'm just reusing them. Alright, so for this next part, I'm going to be doing the actual bleach process now. So I have a bucket that I just cleaned out. I'm going to put the shirt in there, and then I'm going to put some gloves on and then pour the bleach. So with bleach, obviously be really careful, it's very dangerous. Wear clothes that you don't care about. I'm just wearing sweats and this top that already has bleach on it. So to me, I don't care if it's gonna get any bleach on it, which I won't. I'm gonna be careful, but yeah, so I'm just gonna show you how I do the bleach process. And one tip that I realized is put a little bit more bleach than you think you will need. It's fine, the color will pop more, there'll be more of a contrast, and yeah, just be careful, don't get it on your skin or your clothes. So it's actually only been about like 5 minutes and the color has already lifted so much. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and rinse it out. It depends on how strong your bleach is and how well the color will lift depending on what kind of material the shirt is. I've tried it with some of my hoodies and it didn't work, like it literally didn't lift at all. So I found it usually works really well with cotton. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and rinse it out. You're supposed to rinse it out with cold water, and then I'm gonna throw it in the wash and I will show you once it is done. But I'm also gonna unravel it right now and you can see my reaction of how it turned out. Oh, that's pretty sick. So that's the back. Looks like, wow. And that's the front. Cool. This is how the tie-dye shirt turned out. I think it looks really cool. I mean, it's something I definitely see myself wearing more than if it was just black. And that is the back. And if you want to make this outfit a little bit more styled, you can add some jewelry. So I have just some silver jewelry on. And I'm also a huge fan of like chains, and adding this fanny pack with the chains I think really gives it some more edginess and it just looks like more of a complete outfit. I'm wearing it with biker shorts right now and I'll probably just wear it with white sneakers. Alright, so now we're moving on to the DIY for this shirt. I'm basically going to crop it and I'm going to give it an elastic waistband. This is what the shirt looks like before. You can tell it's not really flattering. It just doesn't fit in a nice way. It like is an awkward length. Alright, so I already marked where I was going to cut the shirt, but make sure to leave a little bit more space because the ruching is going to cinch it and bring the shirt up higher on your waist anyways. I also ended up taking off the tag that was at the bottom of the shirt because I wanted to sew it back onto the sleeve. I'm just going to pin the spot where I want it to go. So now that is going to stay put. I just watched a YouTube video and in the video she said to flip your shirt inside out. And that's what I'm doing. And then she said to fold the bottom half wherever you want it to go and to pin it so that we can sew it. Alright, so I have actually taken out my sewing machine. I haven't really used this that much and I'm not a pro at it. Like, I'm pretty sure I used it for the first time a couple weeks ago. I just thought it would be easier for this to use a sewing machine. You can also hand stitch it. And now I'm just sewing the folded part. Also, make sure that you leave about 2 inches free so that you can actually put the elastic band in through that area. I'm just cutting off the excess string. So what you see here is I actually just used a hair elastic, one of those ones that's like a headband size. I cut off the metal part and I took a safety pin and put the safety pin through the elastic so that I could use that to navigate where the elastic was going to go into my shirt. It's just easier to navigate with the safety pin. And make sure to pin the other side of the elastic to make sure that it doesn't get lost in the other side of the shirt. For this next part, you're going to gather both ends of the elastic together with a safety pin, and then eventually you'll be able to sew them together. I think for this one it's just easier to hand sew it rather than to use the sewing machine. The last step is I'm just closing off the part of the t-shirt that I didn't already sew, and I'm gonna hand stitch it because my sewing machine stopped working randomly, but it's fine. There was only 2 inches for me to sew. So the last part of this shirt is just gonna be for me to actually sew this little tag onto the shirt. I'm using black thread because it's gonna be going against black fabric, so I don't want it to stand out. So I'm just gonna start from the inside. Alright guys, this is how it turned out. It honestly turned out exactly how I wanted it to. And this is a type of shirt that I was planning on wearing with like biker shorts and Air Forces. Like how cool would that be to have an outfit with Air Forces, some Nike socks, and just have like a whole Nike outfit, except for these are from Lululemon, but I think it looks really cool with the tag on the sleeve too, and I just love how cropped it is. It looks very like vintage and redone. They sell some stuff like this on Urban Outfitters where they take old vintage clothes and then repurpose them, and I think this turned out awesome. Alright, so that was it for the DIYs to do at home while you're bored in quarantine. It gives you something to do, and some of these actually turned out really great, and I'm going to keep them in my room, or I'm going to keep them in my closet. So if you have any other videos that you want to see me make, just leave a comment down below and request any video and I'll consider it and see what I can do. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed or got some inspiration.